This is the most magical place to wake up, perched in the rainforest treetops above the world. From inside, you can look out and see the sparkling water below. In the morning, it dances in the most beautiful ways. You can hear the frogs cooling and the water birds sing. The goats love it here just as much as we do, and they follow us everywhere, nibbling on rainforest plants. The goats slept here last night, and they were very sad that they couldn't climb up the ladder and snuggle with us all night. We're spending the weekend here, doing nothing but swimming, reading, and cuddling goats. The sheep are also in this paddock, which means they sleep up on the hill and visit us for tummy scratches. We are sisters, Julia and Anastasia, and today is my birthday. Anastasia means the birth of spring, and as the last few days of winter come to an end, the spring weather is perfect for camping and relaxing in nature. To celebrate the blossoming flowers, the warmer weather, and my birthday, we have the most dramatic flower-covered cake.
If you were Orkin and I was Virginia, farther coast from the same old home.
Aphrodite has come to wish me a happy birthday. At the end of winter, the sheep all look so funny. They are self-shedding, so with the warmer weather, their wool begins to fall off. But in this mid-season, they have scraggly wool hanging off them everywhere.
Just you and the moon, similar glow, one to count on.
What is this?
Last piece of gold.
Moth is super cuddly at the moment. She has begun to get quite round, and we think she might be pregnant.
And I was Virginia.
She keeps sitting in human chairs and expecting tummy scratches all day long.
You bring the shovel, and I'll bring the chisel. Honey, I dig with you.
When Moth first came to the farm, she was so shy. Maggie was a little baby and her mum didn't have enough milk for her, so we took her and Moth in. Moth is a bit older than Maggie and she was so protective over her sister. She never let any of us touch her and she always stood back and watched from afar. It's only been a bit more than a year, but she has turned into the cuddliest teddy bear who is so affectionate. She enjoys tummy scratches all day and has so much trust for us now. The goats think that the cake looks yummy, and they want some for themselves. They distract themselves easily by sniffing and investigating everything. We're excited for summer, filled with camping, swimming, and exploring for waterfalls. So we're cleaning up the cabin as a base. It's always cooler down here when the hot weather comes, and we love to spend our days laying by the water eating freshly picked fruit. Time to clean up.
Springtime rolls around, you may not find me. I might see some winter caving, and as the springtime is in bloom and fills its branches, won't you come and wake my senses?
All done, and we can finally just sit and relax, watching the light sweep through the rainforest.
In the spring, oh, won't you tell me anything from you? Tell me anything you want. Tell me anything you want. Tell me anything you want me to hear.
But there is always a job to do, and just after I changed into a ridiculous dress for fun, the sheep ran off, so I'm bringing them back and feeding them before bed. They get so excited and they bounce the whole way. Sometimes the best way to celebrate your birthday is to skip with your sheep in the silliest dress you own.
And when the summer turns back into fall, it takes me back when you started to call me. Forgive me for my sleeping, for my slumbering ways, long as I've known you, but I'm starting to feel you now. And when the summer turns back into fall, it takes me back when you started to call. Forgive me for my sleeping, for my slumbering ways, long as I've known you, but I'm starting to feel you now.
While the sheep snack on the other side of the dam, Julia is going for a swim. The days are starting to warm, but we're so spoilt with our mild winters that the water still feels freezing to us. There's nothing like the feeling of cold water on your skin.
Oh my god.
Send my body out to work, but leave my heart.
As the sun sets, Julia lights a fire to warm up, and we sit and read. It feels so amazing to be out in nature at this time, when the day turns to night and the sky fades and shows the first of the stars.
I heard the mountains called Sierra, Nevada could be our road. And if you ain't gonna go, I don't think it could ever feel like home. What if we find a river divine? This could be the great excavation of our lives. Silver or gold, Sierra, I don't know. If I ain't got you, I ain't got nothing at all. Straight down the Feather River, well, I'm feeling this patch of land. An old barn for the horses, and cool air for my hot, stubborn head. Well, I'm building the foundation for the longer haul. If you ain't gonna go, I don't think it could ever feel like home.
One summer, me and my dad built this treehouse. It started as a small project to fill the hot days we spent camping here, and I wanted to make a little platform to see the water from. Our dad got so carried away and ended up crafting this beautiful fairy tale treehouse. In the morning, the goats ran away and we heard them baaing at the guava tree, so I'm off to bring them home.
If I ain't got you, I ain't got nothing at all. What if we find a river divine? This could be the great excavation of our life. Silver or gold, Sierra, I don't know. If I ain't got you, I ain't got nothing at all.
Another day means another snuggly goat stealing my seat.
Etna. Aubergine. Harmonia and Aphrodite. Yeah.
You know your name, Aphrodite.
Laxapote. Persimmon. The twins. Aphrodite, come say hi. Persimmon. Aphrodite. Jump for sketches. Come on. Come on. A scratch. Pictures on him.
Aphrodite comes to say good morning again.
You're such a little elf.
Won't you meet me there at the old covered bridge over Fruland Ridge that we used to go to? Well, it's been a while since you've been so far away, and the red witches don't sway like they used to. when the great
Today we're floating and playing a game of Scrabble.
war is over, we can finally settle down, have some kids of our own. Well, I've been thinking,
It's such a special feeling to just sit in nature and watch the light slowly change.
gets me through.
It's so moving to watch the birds fish and play and listen to their beautiful calls. This area is so beautiful, and we have been working on regenerating it for years. Slowly, we are trying to replace all the invasive camphor laurels with rainforest ferns, palms, and trees. Already, tree ferns and hoop pines are starting to thrive, and the native animals are loving it.
Wading through the years and running wild.
We watch the bright blue kingfisher swoop and catch fish, or we often see wallabies bouncing through the ferns.
Of you. Let's go back to that old covered bridge. Will I know you like I used to? You go easy on me, 'cause it's been a while. Wading through the years and running wild. Don't wanna ask too much of you. Won't you meet me there at the old covered bridge over Fruitland Ridge that we used to go to?
Back on land, Julia lights a fire. The sheep ran off again, so time to bounce on home. Thanks so much for joining us on our camping trip, and a huge thanks to our patrons.